Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I want to walk you through right now is something that, yet again, the governor of New Mexico, the little mini-tyrant out there, has undermined gun control, has pretty much said the quiet part out loud yet again, this time with legislation that she has required through a 7-day waiting period. But wait until I show you what amendments were shut down, and then you tell me who's for safety of women after I show you how Democrats in New Mexico just threw them hard under the bus for this gun control thing. It's not about safety, it's about control, and everything I'm about to show you will be linked right down there in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one, because this is an important piece of this fight. And if you're down with that fight for me and you want to put the Second Amendment right back where it should be, right as it originally was intended, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And the content today is brought to you by the sponsor American Hartford Gold. I'm going to say a quick word, and then we're going to show you what the Mini-Tyrant is. The content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look and at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum coins and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, beautiful people, I've got to show you a few things that the governor of New Mexico, the illustrious anti-gun mini-tyrant governor, Michelle Grisham, is up to. Again, remember that whole women's thing, that all about protecting women's thing that's on the Democrats' main staple? They did in the Rahimi case, all about domestic abusers, all that kind of stuff? Yeah. Well, here's what's going on. Gun bill headed to governor includes a 7-day waiting period. So they got their waiting periods in New Mexico. It's going to the governor. And before you get concerned about the assault weapons bans and all the other things that they want, this is where the sessions are currently right now in New Mexico. They have until the 15th. The filming of this video and the release is the 13th. They have a day and a half to get all the other legislation through in this mini session that they've got. So that's where you're at. Is it likely? Probably not, but I'm not going to say no because gun controllers can be motivated sometimes. But just to remind you, let me show you some things about this cooling off period in women's protection and all the safety from the governor of New Mexico herself, Grisham, when she embarrassed herself on a national stage. Here's a reminder of where we've been, and then I'll show you what she just did.
And it wasn't just about a cooling off period. It's about making sure that everyone is safer while we do bolder work to get at both the drug epidemic and the gun violence epidemic. Look, and it's not for police to tell me what's constitutional or not.
Really? Two things I want you to draw attention to there. Obviously, the constitutionality. It's not the police job to tell me what's constitutional or not, because I'm a little mini-tyrant. And then the other thing there, the cooling off period. It's not about a cooling off period. Really? Well, the 7-day bill that you're about to sign into law in New Mexico is all about a cooling down period. So that brings up an interesting question. I got one more clip for you, and then I'm going to just go from orbit. I'm just going to laser from orbit on this one, because this one's really disgusting. Last clip.
It's
but
disgusting.
We also have, Governor, the Constitution of New Mexico and the Constitution of the United States, and you're an attorney. Do you think you're on solid constitutional ground here?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, look, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I had the right. I have the right.
Where is the right? Where is the right?
In the state of New Mexico. Public health, it's a suspension. It's not a ban.
It's a suspension. It's not a ban. Suspensions are temporary. They can have to be extended, and then they get smoked in court. We've been down this whole road, but, you know, we're going to see. It's laughable, and it's a joke. But remember, the Democrat Party, the line for Democrat and gun control, it's all about keeping women safe and protecting women, even though women are the biggest new demographic of gun buyers across the board. Let me show you what they just did with this bill. Let me introduce the bill. That was all just pre-show, all right? A bill that would require a 7-day cool-down period for gun purchases is headed to the governor's desk. Proponents of the bill say it closes a loophole that allows firearms to be sold before the buyer's background check comes back and could provide a cool-off period for people in emotional distress. Now, here's the thing with the women tie-in here. In emotional distress, I touched on this when it was going through the House. Women, you guys don't need to make your decisions. When you have someone that is committing either violence against you or threatening violence against you, you guys really need to think it through. Think through 7 days, because we really want you to make sure you're making the right decision. All the while, those same 7 days, what could happen is what's really going to fill your mind. Now, let me show you what they just killed in an amendment. The party that always says gun control is for saving lives and protecting women, all the things. Here we go. This is an amendment that was just shot down by the Senate. Others, this is about amendments to the same bill. Others expressed dismay that an amendment that would allow people with an order of protection against another person to bypass the waiting period failed in the Senate. Democrats killed an amendment to the cooling down waiting period bill that would allow people in domestic abuse scenarios the ability to bypass the waiting period. They just said in the amendment, no, you've got to wait too. I said this a week and a half ago. They just did it. They literally removed any availability for any woman or man in a domestic violence abuse situation not to be exempted from waiting 7 days. Right there in the bill. It is going to the governor's desk to be signed into law. If you are a Republican or you're a gun rights activist, this is literally manna from heaven. The people who are coming out against the Rahimi case, the people who are coming out against gun rights consistently, the people who are saying you need to wait, even though you are in a domestic violence situation, just removed the ability for the basically expediting for you because you have a domestic order against somebody. You don't get to bypass the 7-day waiting period. You have to. Too bad. So sad. We're all for the women, though. Genuinely, it's right there. These people are frauds. That's why I get so passionate about this kind of stuff, is because in one word, they'll say it's all about women, it's all about safety, and it's all about blah, blah, blah. And then the other, they will do the exact opposite. I just showed you hard proof that is in the actual bill going to be signed by the woman I just showed you the videos of. That is literally targeting women who are specifically under domestic violence threat. You got to wait too. No exemption for you. I don't know how else I can frame that. That is legitimately what just happened. One more thing for you, because I think this is an important piece. It's something they wanted. So I guess that was the compromise. A provision that would would require gun sale records to be made available to law enforcement by request was also struck down. The lead sponsor of Santa Fe said a warrant would be required to obtain such records. So you need a warrant for gun buying records because they wanted to instill a registry because they're crazy. But the other thing that I really find fascinating is the big ground that the Republicans picked up on this was they wanted to make it 14-day waiting period. Now it's 7. Overton window much, but don't worry, women. Don't worry, men. Anybody in an abusive relationship and you have an order of protection against someone, you aren't exempted, so you still have to wait 7 days too. By design, they killed that amendment. It is not in the bill. I want some outrage on this one because it's a little hypocritical. Just saying. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.